And I said, come on over, you'll say.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Town of Portland podcast. This is going to be our episode number 52, and we are live here in the Portland Town Tech Educational Podcast Studio at Portland High School, and with our First Selectman, Mr. Ryan Curley. So, hi, Ryan, how are you?
Hey, good morning, Dave. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Yeah, outside of being cold in here, we can't find the remote to the air conditioning, man, and it's a bit chilly.
It's a little chilly this morning over here.
Anyway, so what's happening? Hey, we got a lot of good news happening. So why don't you start things off and we can let people know what's going down in the town of Portland. We got a lot of things happening.
Yeah, we sure do. Yeah, a lot of great things happening in Portland. So yeah, thanks again for doing another podcast, and I'll just get to it. So the town of Portland was awarded a STEEP grant last week, and this is going to be $400,000 that's going to be used towards sidewalk replacement on Main Street. And I've been in office for about 10 months now, and I got to tell you, sidewalks are probably one of the top
requests.
Yeah, we get them. We get them quite a bit, and it's understandable. A lot of our sidewalks have been in rough shape, and so when the opportunity for this STEEP grant came along, that was one of the things that jumped to me. That said, hey, if we can keep making progress on our sidewalk replacement on Main Street, that would be ideal. I know so many people use that kids use it to go to school. That people walk, run. They use it constantly. So we're very fortunate for that. It's going to start at Arvid Road. That's where we left off previously, and we're going to keep going north, and we're going to head to. Hopefully Gildersleeve is around where I hope we'll have enough funds to
maybe number 2 firehouse.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, the plan was to get all the way down. Yep. And I'm not sure if we'll make it or not, but we're going to try. So.
Hey, we're making, that's all been exacerbated by, with COVID and so forth. A lot more people are out there walking, and a lot more people are utilizing those sidewalks. So it's awesome that we can, continue on, especially with the steep grant that's going to make that go a lot farther.
Exactly. So we want to thank the Board of Selectmen for allocating the match in order to put up for the grant, but certainly this is a great thing, so stay tuned for that. That'll be coming. The next thing we have is Brownstone Avenue. You've heard me talk quite a bit about this project. Meeting, and so
it's happening.
It's happening as we speak. Our contractor, this is Enviro Consultants and Recyclers. They are on site right now remediating 248 Brownstone Avenue. I have a meeting there at 10 a.m. tomorrow with the state, and we're looking forward to seeing the progress so far. And the good news is this remediation isn't going to take that long. Once they're in, I'm told it's going to be about 3 weeks till the project is completed. So
they're moving quick down there. They're moving quick. They got a lot of people on site, excavators, and so it's happening.
Exactly. So some not so great news was we went out for an RFP looking for a partnership for someone to put a restaurant in at this site. And we didn't get any bids with our RFP. So one of the reasons I think for that is because the remediation, while it's great, doesn't get us all the way.
Right.
So it's not going to be fully remediated. It's going to be mostly remediated.
Yeah.
So in order to close that gap, in order to get this totally remediated or capped, as they say, we need to spend some more money, and we need roughly, tie and bond is estimated about $1.5 million to do that.
Okay.
And on this past Friday, we worked with Tie and Bond to submit a new application to DECD for a new round of funding.
Okay.
And I'm hopeful that the town of Portland has a fairly good chance at getting this grant that would allow us to close this project out, and which in turn would make it more marketable. So it's still a great piece of property. It's going to be, I still believe it's a real piece of our economic development in this town.
Well, absolutely, especially since Brownstone Quorum has made such inroads and great progress with the Riverfront Park, and so forth. And you've got Quarry View right across the street, and it's they've done, Dean and Darlene have done tremendous things down there, and there's a lot of traffic coming down there. So hopefully so get some developers that recognize the value and the potential there for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, I know Dean and Darlene at Quarry View, they have their craft fair coming up.
Yep, that's coming up, I think, this Saturday. Is it this Saturday? No, October.
It's October.
October 15th. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's October 15th.
Yep.
And so we're looking forward to that. I do want to also point out that we have our Portland Fair coming up.
Yep,
for the
that's
first
next
time.
weekend.
Next weekend, the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Yep, and that's going to be the first time, and this is 2 years without it. So it's
since 2019.
Yes, so it's going to be great. I understand. Of course, we had a fair committee meeting, and we've got a lot of new vendors. We're going to be. They've got the pole barn, which has been unusable now, is now being utilized. So which is going to be great. And we won't have to spend money on tents, and I guess tents were at a premium this year. Nobody could get them.
Exactly. Yeah, no, tents were hard to come by. And certainly I want to thank the entire fair committee. I've been working with them as well closely over these past months. And I know how hard they have been working to get this fair back in action after 3 years.
Yes.
It's been. And we're very excited. And so fingers crossed for some great weather. But I'm looking forward to some fried dough and seeing
Absolutely,
everybody.
some sausage grinders and all that kind of good stuff. And by the way, if anybody wants to get involved, the fair committee, we're always looking for volunteers and so forth. So if you want to get involved with the committee, for the fair, please reach out to any one of the fair committee because we need volunteers to make it all happen. As far as that goes. So.
Absolutely, yeah. I know they're always looking for volunteers, and it's a great organization for a great cause that so many people in town and all over the state enjoy.
Look forward to. Well, we're part of the state fair committee or the state fair association, and we are one of the registered agricultural fairs. So there's a lot that goes into making that happen and to making that prerequisite happen to where we're registered as one of the state fairs.
Yep, absolutely. And anyone who's gone over the bridge recently has noticed our Brainerd Place project has finally been taking some giant leaps forward after many years, and that's just so great to see. We've been in touch with the developer. I actually toured the property last week with Dan Bertram, the developer, and just to see the progress that's been made, to see the clearing and all the work that goes into it.
The views are unbelievable. You can see coming over the bridge at the gorgeous houses and the mansions and so forth. And once they get those restored, and it's going to be breathtaking. It really is.
Exactly. It's exciting to see, and that's another thing that you can't go anywhere in town and without someone commenting on that and what a difference it's made. And so, from what the developer has told me, I believe they're going to be starting the first foundation sometime around the middle of October. Mm-hmm. So that's their timeline. And I think once they get that foundation going, I think it's really going to start seeming, more real to people than it even does now. And so certainly we're excited to see this project. I know there's a lot of people excited about having a Starbucks in town.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll see you there for a.
That is Building 9. It's not the Starbucks building.
It's Building D, Dave.
Building D. All right, whatever.
Building D. But so moving on to some other stuff that we have going on. I'll give an update. We're at the school right now. It's a new school year, so want to welcome everybody back to school. And we have been working on that track replacement. That's moving along. We did get that bond money from the state back in March, and since that time, we worked to select a engineering and design firm, and we went out to bid for that. We selected SLR is the name of the company that won the bid, and the Board of Selectmen authorized me and Dr. Charles Britton, our superintendent, to execute the contract for this. And so we're about to do that very, very shortly. And once we have that engineering company in place, they're going to be able to design the track. And the plan is to go out to bid on the construction this winter so that we can begin the construction and the replacement in the spring and summer and have this all ready for the fall of 2023. So that's our timeline. I think we can do it. I know we're gonna work as quickly as we can. We haven't. The only delays that we've had have been with waiting sometimes for the state of Connecticut to review documents and get back to us. I always feel like it's almost like hot potato. Like as soon as the ball gets back to me, I try to get it out of my hands as quickly as possible so that we don't,
keep the ball rolling.
Keep the ball rolling. I got to work on the things that I can control, and sometimes, as I'm going to talk about now with our water project, there's certain things that have unfortunately been out of my control, and that's just the time it takes to review documents sometimes. So as you guys know, we have a $250,000 contract or a grant with DPH to look for our own water source. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what we intend to do. We went out to bid for a engineering company that's going to help us drill those wells and look for that. And so we selected GZA out of Glastonbury, and we're ready to sign that contract. But in order for us to sign that contract, the state has to approve it. So we have to enter into a contract with DPH first. And I signed that contract back in August. Yep. That went then to the Attorney General's office, where they reviewed it, and I guess they had some changes that ultimately got kicked back to DPH. So it took a little bit of time. It came back to me last week. I had a new contract to sign. Yep. I signed it right away, and then it went back to the AG's office. Yep. Now, I followed up with DPH just this morning just to see what the status is, and they told me that they can tell that the AG's office opened the contract last week, so they've looked at it, and I guess technically they have 30 days to review. So I'm going to see if we can't, try to expedite this. So that's kind of one of the things I'm working on, just because we just got to get going. I don't need to tell you, Dave.
Oh yeah, you're preaching to the choir.
So another thing that was really exciting, I think, since our podcast was the opening of Burdon.
Yes, we had an open house down there, and the who's who in Connecticut was there. I mean, God, everybody was. We had all of our Washington representatives were there, all our state representatives, the governor, the lieutenant governor. So it was an excellent program that they had down there, and it's certainly going to inject a lot of economic development in the town.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's a really great thing for the town of Portland, and it's something that is unique to us because we have so many marinas that made this possible. And not only has this company kept everybody on, they're bringing in a lot more people as they repurpose or refurbish these U.S. cutters for the Coast Guard. Yep. And so you see these massive ships coming up the Connecticut River now, and they're coming to Portland to get restored. Yep. And it's really great for our town. This is bringing in high-skilled jobs as well as additional economic development. They're already talking about expanding. I believe they're going to planning and zoning, the Zoning Board of Appeals for a variance very soon on another building. Yep. So it just seems like this is just such a win for the town of Portland. Absolutely. And we welcome Burdon, and they're an Australian-based company. Yep. So it's been fun to work with them. So.
Yeah, we got a great picture gallery up on the town website. So if you want to check out the pictures, I took a lot of pictures down there of all the dignitaries and some of the projects and some of the boats. So check it out. It's really like Ryan says, it's a great addition to the town.
Exactly. So I think that any other things you can think of.
I think we got, obviously the fair's coming up. I know that the Park and Rec and Youth Services, we're going to be doing the Halloween on Main Street.
Right.
That's right. Coming up. And also they're going to be reinstituting the holiday parade this year for the tree lighting. So that's more information is going to be coming out on that. But I think the Halloween on Main is the 28th.
It is. It's October 28th. It's a Friday, like normal.
Yep.
and it's back to being a town-sponsored event.
Yep.
So I just saw an email. Jesse Ravicki, our Youth and Family Services Director, he's going to be stopping by the businesses on Main Street with pumpkins to give out
all
to
the
all
participants.
Exactly. So I know that is one of those traditions in Portland where it's so important for families and kids and to get out in their costumes the Friday before Halloween and see everybody. And Main Street is packed that time. So.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable. I know, with the music store on Main Street, I usually go out and buy 10 or 12 the huge bags of candy, but it's great to see the families to come down to see the costumes, and it's just a great family event, and it's obviously family friendly and family safe and so forth, and all of the businesses really embrace it.
Yeah, exactly. So we're looking forward to that. Looking forward to the tree lighting. I believe that's December 4th.
I think so.
Without
Yes.
looking at my calendar, but I'm pretty sure it's December 4th, and hopefully the parade. I think
Yes.
we will be doing that this year.
Yep.
And also, I do want to point out that this Sunday, Firehouse Company number 1 is having their first pancake breakfast of the season.
Okay.
So if you're hungry for some pancakes, they do a great job
Yep.
down there. So I do want to give that a plug as well. So I'll be down there.
And like I said, I'm not sure if Russ is going to be able to come on, but tonight they're having, here in the middle school cafeteria, they're going to have the vaccination clinic.
Oh, great.
Tonight. So anybody needing a vaccination or a flu shot, come on up to the high school and the middle school cafeteria, and the Chatham Health District is sponsoring that, and get your kids vaccinated, get your kids, with the latest variant as far as the COVID shots and so forth. So I got mine, so we're in good shape. So.
Great. Well, thank you, Dave, for having me again. And
no worries.
Looking forward to another podcast soon, where and a lot more updates. I think
Absolutely.
we've got so many good things going on here in town. It's exciting to see.
For sure. Well, that's, again, our First Selectman, Mr. Ryan Curley. And again, this is episode number 52 of the Town of Portland podcast. And we are live here in the Town of Portland Town Tech Educational Podcast Studio at Portland High School. So enjoy yourself. We got Halloween coming up. So have a great time and get out there and participate in all these great functions. So until then, we'll see you later. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski. Please tune in every week for new and relevant conversations about the town of Portland. You can find us at portlandct.org or at YouTube/Town of Portland, and now wherever you listen to your podcasts. If you've enjoyed our podcast, please consider subscribing and sharing with friends. This podcast was produced by the Town Tech Educational Partnership Program, which is a partnership between Portland High School and the Portland Town Hall. If you're looking to start a podcast for your business or organization, check out towntech.org/podcast to learn more.